Do you know what happens if air gets into your hydraulic system like this? This isn't just simple foaming, it's the beginning of a dangerous condition that destroys your machine from the inside out. If your machine's sound has changed and the oil in the hydraulic tank looks milky, most people immediately assume it's water. But that is not always the case. There's a silent killer, just as dangerous as water, technically called aeration. As soon as air mixes in, the oil's viscosity drops instantly. The protective film between your moving parts collapses, causing metal-to-metal contact in your pumps and valves. This is exactly where your machine begins to seize. At the same time, this aeration introduces a dangerous level of compressibility to your system. Ordinarily, hydraulic oil is incompressible, but once air is trapped, the fluid starts to act like a sponge. This can lead to what's known as spongy controls, where your cylinders may lose their precision or delay in response to your commands. But the most dangerous part, it's a condition called micro-dieseling. In high-pressure zones, these air bubbles are compressed, generating thousands of degrees of heat. Your valuable hydraulic oil burns away, and its lubricating properties are completely destroyed. For a deeper study on this specific phenomenon, make sure to check out our dedicated video on micro-dieseling. Here is the simplest way to identify if you are dealing with air or water. Take an oil sample in a glass and let it sit undisturbed for a few hours. If it's aeration, the bubbles will rise and the oil will return to its clear original state. But if it's water, it will remain cloudy or muddy. So how does this air actually infiltrate your system? There are 10 primary routes. Number 1, suction line. Loose clamps or microscopic cracks in the hoses, literally sucking air straight into the intake. Number 2, return line. The oil return pipe being positioned above the tank's fluid level, causing constant splashing and foam. Number 3, oil level. A low oil level creating a vortex, pulling surface air directly into the pump. Number 4, tank size. A tank that is too small, leaving insufficient time for air bubbles to settle and dissipate. Number 5, pressure drop. When extreme pressure is released instantly, the oil cannot hold dissolved air, forcing it to form bubbles. Number 6, splash. High-velocity oil returning to the tank, crashing into the surface, creating massive turbulence. Number 7, incompatible pipes. Undersized return lines creating chaotic flow and turbulence rather than a smooth return. Number 8, worn seals, a common culprit, air being drawn in through damaged pump shaft seals. Number 9, no baffles, missing internal plates inside your tank that are designed to break up and control the bubbles. Number 10, poor quality oil, using cheap fluid that lacks the essential anti-foaming additives needed to protect the system. Especially when dust or silicon particles mix into the system, the oil completely loses its ability to release trapped air. So, how do we fix this disaster? First, shut down the machine and let it sit undisturbed for a few hours. Unlike water, air can escape on its own if given the time. Second, identify the source of the suction leak and seal it immediately. If you don't, you can change your oil, but the problem will return in minutes. Third, perform a proper bleeding procedure to remove trapped air from the highest points of your system. And finally, always maintain the proper oil level to prevent vortex formation. Remember, milky oil could be your machine's death certificate. Stay alert to these technical details to ensure the long life of your system. Before you go, check your own machines. Are your breathers and cylinder wipers actively protecting your system? Let me know in the comments below. If this video helped protect your system, make sure to hit that like button. To discover more hidden engineering secrets and build true technical intuition, subscribe to eMind. Undoubtedly recognized. Stay focused and stay technical.